challenges in the European spas industry needs to address, it is to be stronger, more efficient in influencing the decision makers and to be more integrated in the healthcare systems. As we know, this is an important mission and focus of ESPA as well. But in order to be able to achieve this, data and deeper understanding of the economic value of the health tourism industry in national economies is needed.
The spa sector in France, but not only in France, I guess, and I'm sure you experience that in many of your countries, needs data, needs information about its impact locally. Why? Just because when you discuss with mayors, when you discuss with ministries, all of them have to do some trade-offs for public policies, for public investment, especially in these post-COVID times. The whole sector has been working together to set up an observatory. Then you come with first data coming from the field, and you see, and you want to share the proof that you are going to use this data to be more clever, to adapt, and that there is a real will of the whole sector to really work together and adapt to all the new challenges. Then, of course, you are more powerful in the negotiation. On cross-cutting approach to this analysis of economic impact of balneotherapy, with an inclusive approach. So it's really important to understand the philosophy behind the observatory. And this is why beyond curists, there is really a strong will in the framework of this observatory to explore all related economic activities and actors contributing to the development and attractiveness of the territories concerned. It's the economic impact of thermalism. And here we look at direct impacts, indirect impacts, and induced impacts. So, and we look, of course, at turnover in the three cases, employment, but also for direct impacts, the contribution to social security. Ministries are very interested by these initiatives because they think that it should be done in other sectors. This ability to come together, public actors, private actors, also on local level, to work together and get data. I mean, it's a huge challenge for states.
And now, how do we want to look together in a common way at our business? What are, if we had to focus on the most simple and concrete set of indicators, and maybe if we have to agree only on 10, what would be the 10 indicators which could be meaningful for me in Bulgaria, me in Slovenia, me in Italy, me in Germany, me in Iceland, etc. And I think that's a very powerful exercise because then you're preparing like a platform for better dialogue with European officials after that. I think it should be really co-elaborated and see how each country could fit in and find its interest.
Not only the pandemic's situation of Corona-19 gave us a focus, not only us, but I think the people in general, to focus more on health and prevention. The people, they focus more on their own health necessities, and we have to give them a hand. And now the miracle came. By the summer of 21, and this has nothing to do with COVID, that was focused on and established and worked on the years before. Summer of 21, we got a new law saying, well, please, insurance companies think differently now. It is not only the need for you to focus and to support those people who want to focus on their health prevention care, but now you must finance it, again, as like 30 years ago. First of all, the individual focuses more on healthcare for himself, for herself. And secondly, we have a new situation on the law and on the payment side for healthcare. So those two parameters, they ask us, and we are 350 certified spas in Germany, and we have to kind of deliver to the market. Since May this year, we didn't have this for the last 20 years. We are sold out in our resorts. Every night is sold till November. And many people come by themselves, not even reflecting the new law situation, and say, well, you know what I want to do is I want to take a spa on my own cost. And we have to say, sorry, we just don't have the capacity anymore.
If we succeed in the next 2 years to brainwash first our politicians on local level, and second the politicians in Brussels, how important it is to invest in the prevention, and if we succeed, our SPAS will jump on a different level. We are working in a very good cooperation with the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Environment. Unfortunately, with the Ministry of Health, we are still beginners. We succeeded first to Bulgarian spas to stay open during the pandemic. It was really a big work done by us and big lobby, but the politicians start to realize how important are the spas. So 600 million euro will be invested in to help the hotels to invest in the more energy safety systems. Also, we succeeded to put some little money to refurbish our old Romans baths, thermal baths, everything connected with the health tourism. And our goal is to put the prevention in the program of our health ministry as a strategic program. Of course, again, we need to prove why it is best to invest in prevention, not to give all of the money again in the hospitals, because in Bulgaria, post-corona treatment was supposed to be allowed only in the hospitals, and we are now lobbying this text to be changed and they to be given the rights to all ambulant Sorge, all centers out of the hospitals located in the spa resorts to have the opportunity to work with customers for post-COVID rehabilitation.
As you may know, balneotherapy in France is heavily subsidized by the National Health Fund, the state and the National Health Fund, with a 65% participation of this fund to the cost of the 3-week stay in thermal spa. So if you make a quick calculation, that brings us to an overall budget of 1 million euro per year devoted to research. So we have invested more than 15 million euros in research, and we came up with quite robust demonstration in the major therapeutic orientations of spa treatments: arthritis, of course, low back pain, venous disorders, metabolic and obesity, dermatitis. All the major indications have been assessed. There is a missing link between the discharge of patients from the hospital and the time they have to go home and they are left by their own without treatment. So this missing link, we can occupy this function.
I believe this is the main issue of what ESPA is about, to give the examples of various countries, to show the differences, but trying to find the common thing. I believe the research work in balneology is what we miss in one and each country. Well, we have a leading example here in France, and really thank you very much, both of you, President and Claude, to giving us this extremely good idea to think about what are our next steps.
Our vision is to become a global, green, boutique destination for guests who are seeking a diverse and active experiences, peace of mind, and personal benefits. Sustainability is the core of all our tourism activities. Slovenia is green, acts green, and promotes green. And Slovenian Tourist Board has pledged itself for sustainable development with the National Strategic Guideline. In 2017, we won the National Geographic World Legacy Award. Our goal is 100% green Slovenia.
So we want to set new standards for a green hospitality industry. Sustainability is not just a buzzword for us. 83% of all global travelers find sustainable travel as very important, as vital. I mean, what we're doing and what we're doing with all our clients, before we're starting with the implementation, we do really a case study. Then we can calculate what's the investment that needs to be done. And then, of course, every solution has to be profitable for the investor in the end of the day. And we do not take into account any subventions at the moment. So all what we are doing, that's why I've been calculating those, I would say, medium high potentials of the hotels in terms of cost saving. But of course, there would be even far more possible in future.